Hey guys, and welcome back to Okami. We're going inside the water dragon in this particular part, and this reminds me of a certain area in Xenoblade Chronicles.
I mean, really what it should be reminding you of is one Hana Valley, because this is basically just a mirrored version of Hana Valley.
Oh, okay. Are we into, like, architecture and stuff shenanigans here in regards to reusing things?
It's not architecture, because obviously this is a organic structure. But yes, we are dealing with a reused asset, because it's exactly the same set of models for this area. It just looks remarkably different.
It looks nice, I'll give it that. I love all the crystals and whatnot, the colours are great. Not sure about the weird fleshy trees, again, going back to Xenoblade Chronicles, it's like the inside of the Bionis, Jesus.
I mean, I have to say, it is fascinating to see the inside of this water dragon, because it's just like, so what is all this? Is this actual water? I mean, it makes sense if it was, because obviously this is a water dragon.
Yeah.
But I would not want to be going into all of that gunk, because that looks like it could theoretically be dangerous, because you're inside a body. That's never healthy.
Oh, we've even got enemy encounters in here. Interesting.
I know, it's a very weird place to be. But I actually went and did a little bit of my research that I was probably supposed to be doing before, but didn't get the chance to. But since we're in the water dragon now, and we've got a bit of time to have a play with things. So, the water dragon is ultimately sort of based on a mixture of East Asian dragons.
Okay.
Because obviously the long serpentine look, but it is very much based on deep sea fish like pelican eels, moray eels, but most notably the oarfish, which is a fascinating creature. It's like ridiculously long, and what's actually quite fitting is that it's a symbol of messengers from the Ryugu-jo, which is the Dragon Palace.
Okay.
In myth. So the undersea palace of Ryujin, who in this universe of Okami is Otohime's husband, who was nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
But that isn't quite what he's called in this one anyway. But what's fascinating is that the oarfish is also considered to be some of the animals most misidentified with legendary sea serpents.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And it's basically because pretty much you rarely catch an oarfish alive, because their flesh is not well regarded for eating, since it's just really gelatinous.
Yeah.
And like, there's pictures of some United States servicemen holding a 23-foot giant oarfish that was found washed up on the shore near San Diego, California in 1996 on Wikipedia.
God damn.
And it's freaking huge and freaking disgusting. But it's fascinating.
So this is a dungeon, right? It's kind of like Jabba Jabba's Belly Mark II.
Yeah, so I would say that this is effectively a mini dungeon, because like Hana Valley was a mini dungeon, this is essentially a mini dungeon. There is a boss of sorts at the end of it.
Okay.
Although it's more of a mini boss, if anything. Technically a boss, because it comes at the end of the dungeon, but it's of the scale that's more associated with a mini boss.
So when are we going to actually be getting into another proper dungeon then? Because we had the ship, we had Minish Cap shenanigans, and now we've got this. That's like 3 mini dungeons in a row.
Yes, well, we in this session that we are recording, and which is basically a week for you guys at home, we are in the finale sequence of Act 2 of Okami.
Really?
So, yeah, like, it's a surprisingly short chunk.
Yeah, I expected more.
But it's so incredibly worth it. Like, we've got a bit of a slow time here whilst we're just exploring the inside the water dragon, but as soon as we get past this mini-dungeon, oh boy, all hell is going to break loose.
Are we talking about plot, 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 plot?
Yeah, basically, it's plot and dungeon all the way up to the end of the act, and it's incredibly satisfying and really quite awesome.
Jesus, man, why do you even need the glaive or the reflectors when you've got these things?
Exactly. It's why I am really not a fan of the other weapon types, because while they are useful, the rosaries are just much more effective, in my hands anyway, at dealing with things.
Get this guy, the professional Okami player.
Well, it's not that, it's just saying, it's that whole thing of different people find different playstyles that are much more fitting to them. And I've always tended to drift towards the people who are, like, if you're talking about fighting game styles, it's the people who are fast but weak. Those tend to be the characters that I go for.
Fragile speedsters.
Yes, I don't know why. I think it's just because I like moving fast in games.
Who doesn't, really?
So, that's why I drift towards that. But it's part of the reason why I do love the rosaries. The other reason is because they are undoubtedly the best weapons in the game.
I think I've lost track of how many times we've had this conversation, really.
Tom, it's a long game. We're going to be having this conversation many times after this fact.
Yeah,
so...
yeah, I suppose so. And we're actually going to do a shorter playthrough after we're done with Okami, just to kind of...
Definitely a shorter playthrough.
Shake things up a little bit. It's one of Rich's favourites. Eventually, we'll get back
not one of my favourites. Let's
it's one
roll
of your...
back on that. But it's one of mine.
Yes, it's one of your picks, if you allow me to actually get some fucking words out. Jesus. Like the one time I actually want to talk, you won't let me talk.
Well, yes, but I can't let you speak inaccuracies, because then people will get super excited that I really like said game. And, well, I do like it, don't get me wrong. I just have a few issues with it, shall we say. Which will be explained in due course.
It'll make for an interesting commentary, I suppose. I guess we've tried to find one of those screaming locks next, because we've got a key.
Yes, we are indeed searching for a lockjaw, but it's not really a search. It's literally just at the end of the corridor of the Water Dragon's gullet, I suppose.
Yeah, this does seem like a very linear mini-dungeon, and, we are inside a living being here, so I won't expect many locked doors and such.
Exactly, so it's just a very tiny little thing. But once we are through there, it'll all be good, and I can't believe we're 20 hours into Okami at this point.
Doesn't feel
Which means that... I know, which means that we've got about another 10, 13 hours to go. Because I believe... So one of the things that you can unlock in Okami is some... I can't remember exactly what it is. I will make sure that I get that data when we get to the end of the walkthrough, because that is the important time to reveal that information. But you get something for taking over 33 hours to beat the game. So, if you're playing Okami, definitely stick around for that length of time so that you can get the thing. But right now I cannot remember what the thing is, because I've not played this game in a ridiculously long time.
Ooh, I like this camera angle. Very cinematic.
Well, this looks very different, but this is ultimately the same room as we found Sleepy in Hana Valley. It's just that obviously...
oh, nasty.
Now we are in stomach acid. And yeah, this is not quite so fun. Because that hurts, obviously.
There you go, block it off.
Well, we need to use the acid to destroy the fleshy mass.
Oh, okay, that's a lot more heinous than what I thought was going on.
Yes, we are trying to get rid of that so that we get some more acid come down. And that's going to allow us to free the Dragon Orb. Because that was that thing that was kind of stuck in all those tendrils back in the main room.
Okay, that I get. What was the Dragon Orb for again? It has been a while since we last recorded. A week, I believe.
So the Dragon Orb allows you to control the Water Dragon.
Okay.
So we need it if we are going to find Oni Island, because we need the Water Dragon to get into Oni Island. So it's all very important.
For some reason I've got like a sudden craving to play Pikmin. You want to do a Pikmin playthrough sometime?
I would totally be down for a Pikmin playthrough, because that series is actually really fun.
Nice. Should do it live in one night as well for added antics.
Yes, that would indeed be fun, although I'm sure either you or me would just be going, no, go over there. Multitask.
I'd be at the helm, as it were, so you'd be the one backseat driving, which I'd have it none other way, my friend, none other way.
I am the master of backseat gaming.
Alright, we got one Dragon Orb on our hands here, and now the thing that was chasing us will be at our command. Insert evil laugh here. I'm still ill. I'm not good for evil laughs right now. There you go. Yeah.
So yes, we have the Dragon Orb! Woo! But we're not going to get out of this place that easily.
Can't we just go the way we came?
Well, no, we're going to go the way we came, but as I said, this is a mini dungeon with what is effectively a mini boss. We're not getting out of this room without a bit of a fight.
Ah, okay. Ominous. What do you sense, Abby? Tell us, girl. Ooh, and let's see this sick-ass boss. Wow. Oh, we ain't got another, like... What the fuck was his name? Blight situation on our hands here?
We don't have another Blight situation, no.
Nice.
We do have a Matrix situation here, and a proper Matrix situation at that. And it's glorious. No, these are the Tube Foxes. And they are actually quite a challenge, to be fair, because they will actively, I believe, start draining your ink gourds if you don't take them down at the right time. So basically you're going to be running around the arena trying to prevent them from stealing your ink, and it's a fascinating battle, and you've got to defeat all of them in order to win.
Well, makes sense. You can't just leave one there. Well, one, it would be lonely. Two, it wouldn't really make much sense from a game design standpoint.
Obviously. Essentially, you've got to get through one wave, then the next, and I do think this fight is really awesome. I also do like it because Tube Foxes are quite a fascinating little thing.
You got any info on it, mate?
So, the Tube Foxes are based on the Kuda Gitsune or Kanko, which is the pipe fox. Essentially, it's a type of spirit possession in Japanese legends. So, there are various legends about how they are the size small enough to fit into a bamboo pipe, or a size about as big as a matchbox, and would multiply until there were 75 of them or so. And essentially, the magic user summons the Kanko, the fox, to appear inside a bamboo pipe he is holding, whereupon the fox will answer all the questions it is asked, and so on. The reason that I get quite excited by the pipe fox is that there is one that is in Triple X Holic, which is a Clamp manga series, and that ties in with Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles. Love both of those series, they're amazing. But the pipe fox in Triple X Holic is adorable, like actively adorable, and I love it.
What do the growls or the roars that they do have? I'm going to restart the sentence. It's not the most grammatically correct I've ever uttered. Do the howls affect Abby in some way?
If you're talking about the howls where they are literally sapping ink from us, then yes.
Oh, okay.
They have an effect because they are sapping the ink from us, which can make this quite a challenge because you are constantly having your ink drained and you are very frequently going to end up in Kung Fu Ami mode because you don't have any ink. The way of getting around that is by using an Infinity Stone or something of the like.
Hey, that's not fair.
Yeah, but it kind of feels a bit cheap to do that, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to brute force this by myself because I'm just a badass.
Well, if you were a real badass, you would have gotten double cherry blossom trees, but alas, you did not.
Yeah, this is true, but I'm not a perfect badass.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough. What's this?
Well, these are the fox rods.
Oh, okay, the stuff that we were supposed to be finding in the ship.
Indeed. These are the things that Rao said that we needed to get for Queen Himiko. So, we have the ultimate weapon against the Dark Lord! Yay!
Alright, spit us out, you know you want to.
About that...
Oh no, not the other end.
Oh no, we're not going the other end.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna potentially die in here, because the acid is just gonna get everywhere.
Will that have like a bad effect on the water dragon? Oh my God, it's a Metroid escape sequence.
It is indeed a Metroid escape sequence. It's a really easy Metroid escape sequence, but it's still quite fun nonetheless.
Oh, I love how all the colours change and whatnot as well to denote danger.
Now, if you hadn't picked up everything in here, tough. You have a bit of time to go back and try and get everything, but really, no, just run. Run like the wind.
Yeah, well, you did say that, you know, you don't get a second chance to get stuff in the ghost ship, but alas, the viewers, the commenters, said different.
Do me best, but as I said, I'm a badass, but I'm not a perfect badass.
Fair enough, mate. Oh, Jesus. Felt like I swallowed a goddess in there. Goddamn.
Yeah, the water dragon's kind of dead.
Oh.
We kind of killed it.
Jesus. I really wanted the dragon orb. I didn't mean to commit guardian side.
I know. It's a shame, really, isn't it? Because we kind of needed the water dragon.
Well, who wants to act as our proxy? Just get a really big water dragon costume, fill it full of villagers, and hopefully that will adhere to the rules.
Yeah, that one's not going to happen, but we're going to get a bit of important plot right now.
Ah. Hello? Ah, okay. Is this a brush god?
This is not a brush god, no. This is King Wada of the Dragon Palace and Otohime's husband.
Ah, so he was trapped inside the water dragon.
Well, as he is about to explain, he was the water dragon.
Okay. Makes sense.
Basically, the ruler of the Dragonians uses the dragon orb to turn themselves into the water dragon to protect their people. But ultimately what happened is that he went into the form of the water dragon to protect the people, and then he got attacked by dark forces.
Aww.
And ultimately they consumed him, and well, he consumed the dark instrument and it drove him mad. And in the end, so not only have we committed Guardiancide, we have also committed Regicide, because we've killed the king of the Dragonians.
I will be the new Guardian. Yes, just watch me paddle against invaders.
Yes, but these are also the Dark Instrument, so Ra wasn't seemingly telling us quite the whole truth, actually, because these appear to be the instrument of the Dark Lord.
I think we're gonna have to go have a chat with Miss Twin Peaks over there.
I believe so, yes. But, oh, poor King Wada.
Well, he knew what he was getting into.
This is true, but hopefully he can rest in peace.
I don't know. I think he probably would have liked being a water dragon more than just a big old fat king.
This is meant to be a sad, solemn moment, Tom.
Well, there's a butthole on screen. Just there, the left. It's off screen, Dad. Well, bye! That's me, old Tom, sullying any solemn tune in any playthrough at any time. We'll see you guys next time for a bit more of Okami, where I'll try to get it on a level. See you then.